Hey everyone, I'm Jori Richard. In this video, we're going to talk about Satanism. And this thing I got in my left nostril, it's not that I got a bloody nose or anything. I'm purposely blocking off the left nostril so I could breathe in through the right. I'm reading this book called The Amazing Secrets of the Yogi by Charles Hannell. And this book is awesome. It starts out the first chapter talking about breathing in through the left and the right nostril. And then when you breathe in through a certain one or the other, then you get a specific experience. For example, breathing in through the right nostril brings out more masculinity and fiery passion. So we're blocking up the left nostril because we're talking about Satanism. What is Satanism? Is there a being out there called Satan who walketh around like a lion looking for who he may devour? I don't usually drink this kind of water. Look at the ingredients. Ingredients for the water. The first ingredient is purified water. Okay. Calcium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. But hey, I forgot my Fiji water because I didn't know where my wallet was. And hey, I get thirsty, so I guess I'm drinking poison water tonight. The BPA, and this isn't a BPA free bottle either, meaning that the plastic from this bottle is seeping into the water. And there was a test done on rats, and the rats that drunk this kind of water, the female rats didn't want to procreate with them. So that's what happens when you drink water out of a plastic container and the plastic's not BPA free. You gotta be BPA free. BPA free, my man. Free my people. Satanism. Let's get to the topic. Satanism. What is it? Satanism is embracing the negativity and mastering it. That's it. Mastering negativity. In this world, we're told not to be negative. Just be positive all the time. But then when you're positive all the time, there's still an imbalance. You need to balance the positive and the negative, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, and so on and so on. When you master the negativity, this negative dark energy, hey, what up, Heavy D 420? How you doing, bro? We're talking about Satanism. And it's nothing more than just mastering negativity. There's a negative energy out there that is very potent, that when you embrace it and tap into it, it will manifest things quickly. You will be able to achieve your desires once you master this negative energy. That's why when you turn on the TV, this world works with negativity because that is what grabs people's attention. The news. I took a class before, and it was on news writing. And there's a saying called, if it bleeds, it leads. So negative energy is what grabs people's attention. If you're positive, it's like you're flying below the radar. No one's going to be seeing what you do. But then you start bringing forth that negative energy, that turns some heads. People are going to start realizing and listening to your message because negativity is going to grab their attention. So you want to pique people's interest with the negativity. Embrace the negative aspect. Whatever people told me to not to do, do it. Whatever I was told not to do, I will do it. And that will give me, I'll tap into a source that was forbidden. There's a reason why negativity is off limits. And the evil, the devil, we're not supposed to mess around, We're not supposed to mess around with demons or devils or evil, because it's been programmed in our mind to not trespass, not go into those certain areas, because it's well known that when you embrace the negativity, you become a powerhouse, and that is where the real power is found. So you forbid people to tap into these dark forces, and then you label it satanic or demons, devils, and then you forbid people using Christianity to tap into their negative aspect, which is inside of themselves. And then when you do this, then you strip people of their power, and then there is an imbalance within them. You have religion, which is supposed to be light and good and of the truth. Then you have gangbanging, which gets put in the category of darkness or evil. But then you could flip it. You could say that the religion and the churches, they're the evil ones. They're the ones who are in ignorance. They are the ones who are in the darkness. And the gangbangers, the people, the prostitutes, the pimps, the drug dealers, they don't filter who they are. Whatever you see is what you get. And these people, they're true. They're not liars. They're not putting on a facade, being a hypocrite, being someone that they're not. You go to a church, you're going to run into people that have masks. They're being somebody that they're not. Amen, brother. Jesus rose from the dead. So let's flip it. Let's say that the churches, they are the darkness, and the light are the gangbangers and the drug dealers, the prostitutes, because they're not hiding who they are. They're not suppressing that animal beast, which is in all of us. 666. The beast is within me. You want to see a picture of the beast? You go to your mirror in your bathroom and look at the beast of the book of Revelation. 666, the mark of his name. Embrace the negativity. If someone, we've been told not to do things. Whatever I was told not to do, I'm going to do it. And let's be a scientist. Let's experiment and see what kind of result we're going to get. So by embracing this negative energy, this potent negative force that grabs people and draws them in, we need to go within ourselves and truly realize who we are. This is my path. This is the path that I am supposed to walk down. I am to brace the devil within me. I was told not to do things because if I did them, then I would receive success. Once you tap into the negative forces, the negative aspects of who you are, that is where the true power is found. And that's why these things are feared. That's why these things are blacklisted. And we're told not to venture into these certain areas, because if everybody did, the human being would become unstoppable. So here's my... You could pretend that I am the snake saying, bite that apple. Take a bite. Take a bite of the knowledge. You've been suppressed. You know, this guy that owns the garden, he doesn't want you knowing the truth. He's withholding the truth from you. If you take a bite of this knowledge, you will know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I believe Jesus is the devil. When Jesus was in the wilderness, in the desert, that was him having a conversation with his own self when the devil appeared before him and tempted him. Jesus embraced the devil within him. And that's why he was balanced. And he didn't give in. He didn't give in completely to the darkness because he was of the light. And it said, he did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. And did the devil do any sin? What did the devil do? Except give you knowledge. You want to know the truth? You want to be free from this matrix, this system that we've been brought up in that is completely artificial? I'm living in a zoo right now. How do I get out of here? I need to embrace the dark side. The dark side. I like the new Star Wars movie. The acting is horrible. It's really not the new Star Wars movie. I think it's episode 3. But when they find out that the Emperor Palpatine is the Sith Lord, and he's like, I know a thing or two about the dark side. We need to embrace the dark side. Anything that people told us not to do, we got to do it. We've been forbidden to be who we are. Our natural beast, our true self, has been suppressed. Our sexuality has been suppressed. I was taught in churches that whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Well, when you fornicate, there's a fornix in your skull, and when you fornicate, you give in to religion, and you believe lies and hypocrisy, and you lose yourself. You believe what other people tell you who you are, and that's fornicating. The fornix is in your skull. Just like the book of Genesis says, I have seen God face to face, and I called the name of the place pineal. The pineal gland is in my head. It's the eye of Horus. It resembles to know thyself. And I am. I am all things. I am me. Embracing the darkness. Embracing the negativity and mastering it. Once we can master this negative energy, then we can use it for our benefit. How are you going to manifest anything? Just working with positive energy. No one cares. You're not going to grab their attention. That's why there has to be a balance. You can't be completely negative and satanic, because then you will push people away. Negativity, you're going to repel, but then you want to push people away, but then you also want to bring them in. You want to compel people. So I'm going to repel them with the negative energy, but then also couple it with the positive, And therefore, that will create that force that grabs their attention. And I become somebody in this world where I could free myself from the shackles of mind control and manipulation and brainwashing that has been programmed in my mind since a child. The churches, they are the darkness. And the Satanist, he is the light. Jesus is the devil. That's why there's the snake in the midst of the Garden of Eden. There's one tree in that garden, the light of the world. And what does the snake tell the people, Adam and Eve, in the garden? He says, take a bite of this apple and you'll know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. There's a story where the snakes are biting people, and then Moses is like, God, what do I do? And then God's like, you know what, build a bronze statue of a snake, and then whoever looks at it will be healed of the venom. So, and that represented Jesus, because it says in John chapter 3, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, just as the Son of Man, the S-U-N of man, must be lifted up. The sun, Amen-Ra, the Egyptian sun god, the light of the world. The light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So Pastor Clark, with your dark, ignorant, hypocrite church, I'm exposing it. I'm of the light. I am the truth. When it says in 1 John chapter 3 that he that committed sin is of the devil, I recognize that I am of the devil. I am of God also, though. I am the child of God and a child of the devil. The devil is God because God is all things. And who is God? He's me. Me. You're looking at God. You're looking at the creator of the world. You are looking at yourself. Everything that I say, it is your words. You are saying it. I am a complete reflection of you, like you are looking in the mirror. Master the negativity, because that is where the true power is found. And that is why it has been forbidden. And people are scared to tap into these negative forces. But any fear, any scare that we have inside of us, we need to overcome these fears. If you're afraid to do something, you do it. And then once you do it, then you overcome that fear. If I'm afraid of jumping out of a plane, I do it. If I'm afraid of going to hell and being a heretic, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to print out Baphomet, put it on my wall, and I'm going to preach against the Bible. And I'm going to say, praise the devil. Praise the evil. Praise the darkness. I am Jesus. I am the light of the world. But without the light, there would be darkness. And the darkness needs the light. Would the truth still be considered the truth if there was no lies, if there was no manipulation? Yeah, people hop in and then they get out. They're like, you know what? This isn't interesting me. Tap into these satanic, dark forces. Because when you do, that gives you the true power. That is why it has been off limits. That is why we have been controlled and programmed to not venture into certain areas. Because that's where the power is found. I'm sitting in a box right now working a Babylonian job because I did not embrace my darkness. But it's a new day, baby. I'm born again. I am Satan, and I am God. I am Jesus. I create my reality. I love myself. All right. That'll just about do it. Embrace that negative energy. Just look at energy as what it is. Don't label it negative or positive. Energy. How can I generate the most energy? That's all that matters. Generating the most energy and accumulating the most power by any means necessary, and manifesting my will into this physical world. You're not going to be able to manifest your will if you're just positive, because then you're imbalanced. You need to embrace that flip side, the other aspect. Men have to embrace their femininity, and women have to embrace their masculinity. And once they do that, then they are a complete and balanced being. And then they will have sobering thoughts and be able to create easily. That's all that we do. We are creators. Simple. I'm creating constantly with my mind and my imagination. But I manifest things that I don't desire sometimes because I'm focusing on things that I don't like, that I don't desire. I'm labeling things as being evil, and then I don't do certain things because I'm still running under a program of dark and light. Negative and positive. I have to just look at everything as energy. Alright, family. Ryan Fedor and Heavy D 420. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, bro.